What is up, gentlemen and ladies? It is the Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1,
and we're back at it to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater
War. This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, simply comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. That is what Rainier Matthew did. What he asks, what is the day-to-day life like for the Emperor on the Golden Throne? From his point of view, what does he experience? How does he run the Imperium or Empire? So he sits.
Kind of like what we're doing.
Yep. And he just chills.
Kind of like what we're doing.
He doesn't answer questions though.
No.
He can't really communicate. He has to focus solely on putting his psychic energy towards shooting out the beacon of
the Astronomicon.
Yeah, and the way that he communicates with other people is usually telepathically, both in his throne room and in other places. Like he'll talk to Space Marines chapter masters through meditation and whatnot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a two-faced coin. He's essentially a statue. Like if you look at him, he's not gonna move. He's not gonna shake your hand or anything. But this dude is pouring all his attention to being that psyker god that he is.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of like you don't see him do anything, but he's doing a hell of a lot.
Yeah, and if I guess from his point of view, it would be like sacrifices in the morning for his psychic powers. He sees all the pilgrims come into Terra. He has views of his imperial palace. But for the most part, like he said, focusing more on keeping everything together. Mm-hmm. Good question though. Next question.
This one is by the homie Fathom Mama. Do you guys think that Conrad Kurz will come back as a renegade Primarch? Or will he fix his split personality and see the light and turn loyalist?
It depends on when he comes back. If he comes back at a time when GW is really trying to get more people interested in books and whatnot, then he's gonna come back as something twisted and there's gonna be a whole storyline behind it. But if he's coming back at a time where they're just pumping out Primarchs just to sell models, I don't think they're gonna pay attention to it.
Yeah, I mean they could kind of bring him up as kind of the Batman of 40K. Maybe that'll get other people interested in it. But as of right now, I don't see him turning to the light side, so to speak. After all, this dude's all about terror and killing people if it's necessary. So,
yeah.
I mean, maybe that's what the Imperium needs. The Dark Knight, Conrad Kurz.
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Next question comes from Michael Sawyer. What is all the fan art of you two as lovers? Or where is all the fan art of you two as lovers? P.S. I've been watching you guys for ages. I love your work. It makes my days a little brighter. That's good to hear. Yeah. Michael Sawyer. Where is that fan art? We have some fan art somewhere.
Yeah, I think I have it from way back when we used to do art contests. There's at least 2 or 3 that I can think of, but yeah, I'll do a little video showcasing some of that.
Yeah. And we'll post it somewhere in the back, because a lot of it was online, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll post fan art, and if you want to send us fan art, link to our PO box is down in the description below.
That's right.
Next question.
Chris Wellen, what do you guys find more interesting, 30K or 40K?
For me, it's 40K all the way.
I have to say 30K.
What? Why?
So it's done. 30K happened. There's not really much time travel in your videos that can actually impact them to that scale.
Yeah.
So everything's pretty much set in stone. And with that, it's what's gonna happen. It's like you're putting yourself into it and playing out battles. With 40K, I feel like it's more open-ended. Yes, they're starting to progress the storyline, but I kind of like it, enclosed in its own thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like 40K just because more chapters to mess around with, whereas before you had legions.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot more focused on Space Marines back in 30K.
Yeah. Next question. I have one from King Kano plays. Where are the Legion of the Damned? How do they become damned? And do they have a Primarch? P.S. The Emperor is the sexiest. Okay. So the Legion of the Damned is still in the warp. Where did they come from? The warp.
Where will they go?
The warp. So like they don't. So they are the Firehawks, and I don't think the Firehawks. I don't know what successor chapter they're, or I don't know their parent legion, but it is the Firehawks who were like taken into the warp, or they went into the warp, got lost, and for whatever reason or whatever phenomenon happened, they were spilled out of the warp as the Legion of the Damned, and now they exit the warp to help the other Space Marines or the Imperium. But yeah.
Think of them as like a legion of Dragos, just not as powerful.
Yeah.
VX. Since when Ferrus Manus' head was cut off due to the Sapphire King was born? Let me rephrase that. That doesn't make sense. When Ferrus Manus' head was cut off, the Sapphire King was born. Is it possible that the dark parts of his spirit or personality was transformed into that demon? As far as I'm concerned, Ferrus Manus' body was never really found, and only it was confirmed that his skull was at Horus's side. So basically, what's this about?
I don't know too much about the Sapphire. What is it?
The Sapphire King.
Yeah.
So basically, when Ferrus Manus died, it sent a psychic backlash, and his whole legion repressed their humanity. So they didn't show emotions. They were trying to become more machine, cutting off their limbs, putting in bionics, that kind of thing. And this whole repression of emotion gave birth to the Sapphire King, which was a demon. And for a long time, this demon was unknown. Like, he was doing his own thing. He took over a whole planet, and eventually the Iron Hands fought against him. And they were only able to beat him when they embraced their human side. So I guess this is trying to show you guys that Space Marines, even though they're superhuman, they're meant to be fighting machines, that they can't just they can't be Necrons. They're humans, even though they got all this augmentations. And that's kind of what Ferrus Manus was trying to do the whole time. It's just that his views got, I guess, corrupted, or they weren't as expressed in the way he wanted them to, which is why this demon was birthed out of his death.
Yeah. And what was this question? Like, what was it just about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been that demon.
Right.
He did a pretty good explanation. Next question. I have one from Mandalore the Hunter. Yo, fam. Do you think the Lion will forgive his fallen angels? And if so, what do you think the current Dark Angels would do or think when he comes back, I'm guessing?
I don't think he'll forgive them, because the whole Dark Angels are really focused on hunting them down. If the Lion did come back and he's like, nah, they're cool, I could vouch for them, I think they'll be a little skeptical, but it's their Primarch, so ultimately they'd have to listen to him.
It'll be cool if he comes back with the Unforgiven, because it'll be like, well, their redemption was to save me, so now accept them. I think it would be easier to accept them then. Mm-hmm. Next question.
This one's by Mr. Video Game. If the Eldar gods are so weak that Slaanesh, the weakest of the Chaos gods, could easily defeat them, why didn't the other Chaos gods destroy the Elder gods before? And why are the Elder gods so weak? Why didn't the Elder gods fight Slaanesh together in order to have a chance at victory?
It just kind of happened. So when the
it just happened that way.
When what was it called? The fall, right?
Yeah.
When the fall happened, like, there was no time for those other chaos or those other gods to what is it called? Like, prepare.
Yeah, they didn't really group up and amass an army. They were kind of just systematically taken out by Slaanesh.
Yeah. And then they were weakened because the majority of the people that prayed to them were dead now. Mm-hmm. Because of the explosion of the Slaanesh's birth.
Right. And even the strongest of the Chaos gods, which was Cain, barely managed to make it out alive.
Yeah.
So that shows you that even the weakest of the Chaos gods is a monster.
Yeah.
Why didn't the other Chaos Gods fight Eldar before Slaaneash's birth? They probably didn't care about him.
No.
They're like, oh, these Eldar are out here fighting, they're having orgies. Let them do what they got to do.
Yeah. Next question comes from What the Jeff? He asks, what race can and can't be gifted by Nurgle? This is probably a silly question because it is possible to convert Primaris Marines and Dreadnoughts to Nurgle and play them. Happy holidays from the UK.
Hey.
There's really no race that can't be infected by Nurgle, right?
The only one I can think of is the Necrons.
Oh, yeah, the Necrons. Yeah.
But wouldn't the Enslaver Plague count? Because it's like a virus kind of thing?
Kinda, yeah, sorta. Yeah, because I still don't. It's still kind of fuzzy to me. I still need to read more lore on like how do machines get corrupted.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Necrons would probably be the only ones.
Yeah, because I've pretty much seen variations of Nurgle everything. I mean, you got Nurgle Nids, Nurgle Space Marines, Nurgle Tau. I haven't really seen.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
Nurgle. Well, it could happen because like Tau gets sick.
Yeah, that's true.
Next question. Yep.
All Might. Does the Imperium still have celebrities?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Soldiers, warriors, all that kind of stuff. Those are the celebrities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Creed and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yarick,
yep. Next question comes from Wyatt Mason. Which of the pre-Heresy Traitor Legions was your favorite and why? Mine was the Death Guard because I love their lore and color scheme.
Yeah, the white and green looks really cool.
Yeah. I
have to go with the Emperor's Children. Purple and gold looks very, very cool in my opinion. I'm surprised why I never started one. Their army's cool. I like their Primarch.
What are the Emperor's Children now? The Rubric Marines?
No, Rubric is Zeech.
Oh.
They're the Noise Marines.
Noise!
I
would do Angron's Legion, the World Eaters. Because at first they were that blue and white. Mm-hmm. And then they turned to red.
Red and white sometimes.
Sometimes. Just sometimes. Last question. You got one?
This one's by Carl Nordeo. How much does the general public in the Imperium know about the Emperor's current state? Do they know he's a zombie sitting on the Golden Throne? Or do they think he's alive and well, just chilling, working behind the scenes?
So the Imperial Creed teaches that he sacrificed himself and he has to sit in the Golden Throne. They all know that he's on the Golden Throne. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they worship him as a god.
Yeah. Think of it like Jesus. Like when everybody thinks of Jesus, it's either the picture of him just standing there or it's him on the cross. Yeah. So whenever they think of the Emperor, it's either the Emperor, guiding the humanity through the Imperial or the Great Crusade, or on the throne, just waiting.
Yeah, think of like the cross as the Golden Throne.
Basically. Mm-hmm. And those were the questions for this week.
Today. Yeah. As always, guys, keep sending in your questions to us. We answer these 3 times a week. And if we didn't get to yours today, maybe tomorrow.
Gersh 1.
Sound Alchemist. Signing out.